fish. So we're going to get in this today here. We're going to talk about what these idiots in Nevada did. I don't know if y'all have heard about it or not, but I saw an article on Nevada's, let's see here. Show an article on Nevada Department of Wildlife. 3 men convicted of illegally harvesting a mule deer. This is what's wild, is how they did it, though. Alright, so these dumbasses, these 3 men, here's the bad thing. 23, 51, and 22. The 22-year-old was the 51-year-old's son, the Eberts. So the 23-year-old was apparently going to end up being the shooter. These 3 men were convicted of several wildlife crimes after harassing a mule deer buck with a drone in an effort to drive it off private lands where one of the men then illegally killed the animal. These dummies was on public land, saw a buck, a shooter, on private property, flew a drone over onto the private property, harassed the buck until it came on their side of the property line, and then shot and killed it. And they weren't even in the right unit. They were supposed to be in units. Thompson, the 23-year-old, who illegally shot and killed the animal, he did possess a mule deer buck tag, but it was for units 221, 222. They killed the buck on unit 242. I don't know how far a distance that is from the unit he was on, but it doesn't sound like it was relatively close anyway. Again, don't know the distance between these units or if they're even located side by side or not. So the question is, what place do drones play when it comes to big game hunting, even small game hunting? Because I'm going to tell you a story. The guy out of Iowa that does all that had been doing a lot of finding the deer. You know, I don't know if you'd call it, locating or what, but anyway, he would find deer when people couldn't find them. He would use his drone. He'd locate deer. As far as I know, he's damn good at it. I think he's quit doing it. I think he only sells the stuff now, but he was damn good at it. So he came to a place down in Tennessee recently, within the last few weeks, and he took about 1,000-acre ranch and he did a deer count. He did a population count of the deer. This the owner of the farm wanted to know why they didn't see more deer. What was going on? How many do they have? What's in the herd? And here's what they found. They found on one side of the property a nice herd of 20 plus deer, 20 to 25 deer. On the other side of the property, they saw like 2. And there were dogs that were running through the woods, and they caught the dogs with the drone. They were running through the woods and pressuring these deer and keeping them out of that side of the property. All right. While doing that, this fellow was able to show them how many squirrels was on the property. He was able to show them the biggest buck that they had. It was a shooter. Let me tell you. He was able to tell you where it was, how many points it had. Completely would have taken the hunting out of the scenario altogether, right? Like altogether, taking the hunting out of the scenario. Set up right here. There's a good chance he's going to cross right here. They can pattern the deer at that point. So takes all the hunting out of it. And I believe that's going on right now, and I believe that's how some people get big bucks, and I believe that's how some of your damn favorite hunters get big bucks. I mean, I'll put it out there. I don't give it, y'all. I mean, if you know me, I don't give a damn. I'll put it out there. Some of your favorite hunters are probably doing it already. New York was the first one to step up and say no drones affiliated to hunting or retrieval of deer in any way. I think that's big. I think it's crazy that New York was the first one to do it, but I think that that's big because I believe there's going to be a lot of people follow suit soon. Now, the interesting thing about this right here is not only are they just damn idiots, but the game warden Captain Jake Creamer. Maybe it's Kramer. Kreamer. Anyway, Captain Jake Creamer said he don't know what these guys were thinking. Nor do I. They went to the trouble of illegally using a drone to chase the animal off private land, only to shoot it in the wrong unit. All their efforts only compounded their trouble. These guys got penalized $15,000 for their convictions, split 3 ways. The shooter, Thompson, he was convicted of 3 gross misdemeanors: unlawful killing of a big game animal, unlawful possession of a big game animal, and conspiracy. That conspiracy is what pulls those other 2 guys into it because they weren't the shooters. The 2 Eberts were both convicted of 2 gross misdemeanors: unlawful possession of a big game animal, and, of course, conspiracy. Go figure. Now, these guys not just got they didn't just get hit for $15,000 in civil penalties, but they also lost their hunting, fishing, and trapping licenses for 5 years. It went into a database called the Interstate Wildlife Violators Compact. If you're not familiar with that, 45 states or more are now going to honor Nevada's findings on these guys, which means these guys can't pull any type of license and can't hunt in more than 45, it says over 45 states, and they're going to honor Nevada's ruling on this. So these guys ain't hunting or fishing anywhere for 5 years, all because they decided to pull a drone out, fly it on the private property, push the deer out of there so that they could kill it in the wrong unit. Complete morons. And all of them should know better, but that 51-year-old dude, he should have damn sure knew better. He should have damn sure knew better than to do something like that. And here's the thing. I bet $1 to a damn donut that it was somebody these dudes knew that turned them in. One of their so-called buddies is probably who turned them in, because you got guys pushing a trophy mule deer out of private property. Somebody, you shouldn't be telling nobody that, but somebody caught wind of it and said, you know what, that's not right. They opened an investigation, caught the guys, and as far as I know, this was a pretty quick open and shut case, and probably all because they told a buddy that they thought they could trust. So you better watch out who you tell your secrets to. They're going to come out. People do get jealous about these deer. They get jealous about these elk. I'm going to say that drones are going to wreak havoc in elk hunting, ram hunting, deer hunting, hell, even small game. Like I said, this guy was able to tell you how many squirrels was on that 1,000 acres. He could pinpoint all the squirrels, tell you right where they are. So my question to you is, and I would love to see comments. I mean, again, if you like the video, cool. If you share it, cool. I really just want to hear what you think about drones in hunting. Is there a place for it, even if it's on retrieval of animals? Because there's one drone, I think, that can pick the damn deer up and bring it to you. I'm not saying dragging them out's fun, but I'm saying it's part of the process, and I love getting tired and having to take a break from dragging that deer. I love the thought of, holy shit, if I kill one, how am I going to get it up this hill? I love that stuff. For me, that's just part of it. It's what I enjoy. I really enjoy the tracking part as well. But what place do drones play? You can't stop it. You can't stop it. It's technology has caught up to hunting, and there's just not much you can do to stop it anymore. There's going to be guys that do this. The only way they're going to get caught is for somebody to turn them in, because they're going to be so damn remote that there's not many people going to figure it out. Public land, you might screw up and fly that drone over another hunter, who's then going to turn it in, and they're going to open an investigation on that. But The drones aren't cheap. They're 20 grand. So the only way to offset the cost of that is either be one rich motherfucker or sell the product. Sell the product that you're hunting. So I'm just curious, what do you guys think the drones are going to do to hunting? What have they done to hunting? What are your thoughts on it? Do you just call it more hunting technology, or do you call it completely taboo? So let me know what you think in those comments. Until next time, suck a fish.